Hi guys, you're welcome to another edition of your darling show DTS, Disrupting the Status Quo. My name is El Rocco, and with me is the very beautiful
GLWRIE, Glory.
Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about a very sensitive topic. And the title of today's show is The Sin of Fatness. God forgive
Let me
us.
tell you guys a story. So, there was one time I wanted to enter inside Keke Nape. There was a woman there sitting, she was on the big side, sitting down, and then I was sitting, I came in and sat next to her. Okay, you know, that time it used to be before Corona came, it used to be 3 people inside Keke at the back, and one person in front. And then another woman came, also with a Yaraba, with pom pom. They now wanted to put me in the middle. I look here, look there, I'm like, okay, no, So I left. I got down and I said I'll just go to the next one. And they started to insult me and started saying that was insensitive, that was unnecessary. So there's this thing going around now where when people are fat, we are not allowed to use the word. In fact, the word fat is sacred.
Yeah.
Let's first define fat. What is fat?
Okay, don't ask me that. Ask our doctor. So
Yes,
please help us define medically what do you mean when you say someone is fat?
Okay, so basically, being fat could relate to having a body mass index that is higher than normal, and even at a particular range, it becomes like fatal. It can predispose you to some non-communicable diseases. So basically, being fat means that you have a body mass index. What body mass index means is that you divide your weight in kilograms over your height in meters squared. Do you understand? So whatever you get at that point, if it is lower than 18.5, it means that you're underweight.
Okay.
But if you're between 18.5 to about 24.5, you're normal weight.
Normal.
So yes, so you can be slightly overweight, meaning that your body mass index is between 25 and 29. So at the point that you become obese, it means that your body mass index has exceeded a particular limit.
30 plus.
Yes, and above. And by the time it gets to like 40, at that point you're morbidly obese. That means you're at risk of a lot of cardiac diseases like hypertension,
Increased cholesterol.
and diabetes. So basically that's what fatness means. But when a lot of people use fatness, they mean it in a very negative and derogatory manner. So That's why we're here.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that being too fat can lead you to have heart conditions, you mentioned hypertension, diabetes and all that. And then you mentioned one very valid point, which is the sensitivity of the being overweight, being called fat. So I would like for Mr. Sheya to throw some light on this issue, because I know that Christians always say, you need to love yourself, accept yourself for who you are. But when it comes to size and being bigger than you should be or being overweight, what does the good book have to say about that?
First of all, let me just throw out the disclaimer. I do not have any problem with people who are fat. I don't. I honestly, I think that a lot of Nigerians are not sensitive.
Okay.
There are better ways of trying to, point out the fact that someone is overweight than you looking at why you fat like this. I think it's wrong. I think it's insulting.
It's insensitive.
Now you see, but the fact that we don't want to, the Bible specifically says that we shouldn't judge people, does not mean that we shouldn't be wise at the same time. You don't just, the Bible talks about how that you don't just eat anything and anything that you see. There has to be some sort of self-control. Today it's you eat meat pie now. The next thing is this meat pie is not even enter my stomach. You are eating shawarma. After you finish eating shawarma, you are eating burger. After you finish eating burger, you go apple and you see that burger and you eating. Are you kidding me? So the Bible talks about controlling yourself. The Bible talks about eating something a balanced diet. You have to be wise about the things that you eat. But of course, if and when it eventually happens and you see that you've added a lot of weight, which brings you to the point where you now say going to the gym, having a diet is also self-control, which is one of the things that the Bible talks about. So,
in fact, I even had one story again. I'm always having stories. Wow. I had one story again. Okay, I went to gym. Somebody went to the gym, and then while they were exercising, besides they were just either ladies or men, any gender, they were on the plus side. And while exercising, they're like, me I'm tired, me I'm hungry. They took a break from the exercising to go to the gym as a restaurant. What type of gym as a restaurant? They went to the gym, the restaurant of the gym, to go and eat. These ladies had eba in front of them. They just finished exercising, aerobics. They finished the eba. Next thing again, they entered chicken and chips. And they were on the plus side. How are you supposed to lose weight when you're not watching your diet?
You have to balance it. You know, when you carry gym, you carry food. I mean, don't you mean? But I think there's this mentality and thinking in our society that if you are plus size, you are a big man. You are a big madam. You understand? So I'd like for Mark to throw a bit of light on this issue. What do you think about being big man or big woman? Because we know you are a big man.
Are you still not fat?
No. I didn't say that. I said you are a big man. Please quote me correctly.
Okay, so being a big man or a big woman varies. Remember what they say, if you have pot belly,
Yes.
you're living large.
Seka, our senators. Correct.
But really, being a big man or a big woman, at the end of the day, it's just on your bank account. What does your balance say? Your balance should not reflect in your body size. You should have. Yeah. I like that.
Please write it down. Take the pen. Just take down so that you can take
your
things.
balance should not reflect in your body size.
Yeah, so
Man,
you should,
2021.
you should try and work out, be fit. You see when I'm dressed, like I'm going to the gym.
Mike.
Yeah. So basically just try and be fit. And if you have money, invest in yourself. Eat well, drink more water. Because at the end of the day, health is wealth. You need to stay alive for your kids, for your loved ones, for everybody around you. So being a big man basically is you living healthy.
Being a big man is having money, living healthy. So,
but generally, okay, there are also this other set of people that are, will I say naturally fat, or their big size is hereditary. What are they supposed to do? Like this set of people that were born fat, they've always been fat, and then an insensitive person just comes and says, why are you fat like this? Or you're even fatter than you were before. And then they're doing, supposedly doing what it is they can to be fat. So now they're trying to be positive about their body. So they just say, I don't care anymore, I'm just going to do what I like. I'm positive and comfortable in my skin. This group of people, we have a lot of them going around now. Plus size people who are fat, I'm sorry to say. But also, how do we differentiate, between when do you cross the line from body positivity to ignoring your fatness?
Being negligent.
Yes, being negligent. Thank you. Like when do we cross that line?
Okay, yeah, so the thing is, first of all, he said that there should be ways that you should be able to go about talking to people that are big. And truth is, I really don't. Yeah, he mentioned. I really don't know how do you go about that. I'm sorry that I'm asking the question.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So what I think is number one, there are two ways to it.
Okay.
A lady or a guy. Now we are not just saying a lady. we're saying a guy,
Anybody.
you're fat. First of all, he or she knows that he or she is fat.
Thank you.
Now, some of them, I mean, I know I have amazing family members who, from their mother's side or from their father's side, it is hereditary. I think it is. I don't know if
Yes.
I'm wrong.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
So, number one, some of them don't see anything wrong. My father was fat, my mother was fat, my uncle was fat, my auntie was. So, some don't see anything wrong.
Yeah.
But now, if you're talking about the fact that people that know that, now there are some people that you just eating. You don't know that. Now, you, for example, you are a medical person. Your friend is arguing with. There was something I learned during my marriage counseling, which is this. The counselor said, positive, negative, positive. Start with positive, keeping the negative in the middle, and end with
Yes.
positive. I think that if you come to me and explain it that way, it will make more sense rather than you come and say, I have a friend who now wow, just fatting, I don't get what in my mind, the first thing that comes to my mind, do you know when you carry a bat and you're eating that person? Do you understand? That's what comes to my mind. I feel like there are better ways of approaching people. When you say, I know you're beautiful, I like the way you dress, considering and then you just keep it in the middle that, see, I think that your weight you can do a bit better, yeah, but to be honest, our end is you are beautiful, you are handsome. That person will know in the middle that this guy just start them and they had me. But it makes more sense rather than you going all out and then attacking, because some people struggle with that thing. And because you don't know what if it is a struggle for them or it's something that they inherited.
Okay, so I'm quickly going to say this because this is something all married men go through. You know that thing when you wake up in the morning and then you are still trying to clear the sleep from your eyes, and then your wife asks you, does these jeans make me look fat?
That question is a
How do you respond to that? You can't squeeze in any positive, negative, positive.
Does these jeans
make me look fat?
We are talking about me. Number one, I wake up every morning to tell her that she's beautiful. So when I tell her, so what I do is that when she comes and says, a couple of weeks ago she was telling me how that I had to leave for church early. So she was at home and then she told me how that she tried out all her clothes and that she has that none of them will fit her. She has like then she told me first of all, I needed to be wise. I first of all asked me this spirit, what did I say? I said, during the wedding, we had a lot of things. There was no time to watch diet and all those things and all. I said, yes, that's surely that you look a bit on the big side, but we can do something about it. When are we going to start our diet? Do you understand? I had to be honest with her. Before she would go out, somebody would not say, they should not think that love don't provide this one time. So it's not ready. And then if you are not careful, men tend not to trust you when they ask you for that kind of opinion. So I needed to be honest with her, but at the same time, I needed to let her know that there's something we can do about it.
That was you because, yes, now she took your response very well. So many women would so many women are actually not very honest with themselves. When they ask you, does this jeans make me look fat? They want you as their partner to say, baby, you always look good, and end it there. Because so many of us, so many people are not ready to accept the truth about what our bodies look like. So when a person we love now says, we can always go to the gym later, you get offended and you get fight something like that. But then why are most men attracted to slim women? Do you think, Mark, would you say you would pick a slim woman over a fat woman? Oh, sorry, plus size woman.
I will pick a thick.
So there's a difference between fatness and yes.
So what's the difference when you draw the
Thick is
line?
when she's not slim, she's not fat, she's in the middle.
Take in the middle, take in the middle,
So basically, I'll just pick. I don't really like slim women. I've been with slim women before, and like I always say, men like everything. We like ogbono, okra, everything. But at the end of the day, you need to go for what you really like. I said earlier, I like thick women. Thick.
Are you trying to shoot your shot?
I'm shooting my shot, pastor.
Amen.
Alright, that's not what we are here for. All right. But basically, so like I said,
I don't think I
earlier.
answered your question.
Oh no, you
And I've
didn't.
even forgotten the question.
Well, what I asked was when people that are, when does it transition
Yeah,
from body
because it's
positivity to ignoring negligence, ignoring
your health.
facts?
Okay, like he has just said, ignoring your health. There are people that I understand that when it comes to being on the fit side, genetics come to play too.
Yes.
Yeah, there are people that in their family. But then, one good thing about the time that we're in now, the generation that we're in now, is information is everywhere. It is literally at your fingertips. You can tap into any information you want to get at any point in time. You know everything. You know the pros and the cons to every situation that you find yourself in.
Yeah.
And you know the pros and cons to every decision you decide to take. So yeah, so there is the fact that people decide not to want to do what is right, and then when the repercussions come, they still don't want to. Now they are young people.
Yeah.
These days, I don't know, you guys have been in the field, you guys will agree with me that these days young people come down with cardiovascular diseases.
Yeah.
They don't want to diet, they don't want to go to the gym, they don't want to watch their weight,
So they
and they
feel
still
like
don't want to take their medications. My guy, I think a struggle. That is what I have a problem with. I am okay with you being healthy, it's okay to have flesh now. I mean, in this part of the world, we believe that when you have body, you have money, like life is good for you. Do you understand? You're a big person, more or less. But then you're not doing what is right. You don't want to face the repercussions. You would have to, whichever ways you have to face the consequences. You know that your health is at risk. Then do what is right. Let's not. I understand that this is the time of wokeness where we're trying to play safe and but it just doesn't sit right with me when your health is at risk. You're down with you're a young person, you're having increased cholesterol, only you have diabetes, only you and just then you have hypertension and you're having to do all and then when you go to see your doctor or your pharmacist gives you your medication, you're there lamenting on how much. Mind you, most of these medications they can be corrected when you actually take out time to live an active life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I right?
True. When you combine it with exercise,
Going by when your cardiologist is talking to you, he would also chip in the fact that there are non-pharmacological ways of managing this condition. And what are your non-pharmacological? What you taking?
Yes.
So they'll tell you cut down on this particular kind of medication, and they also will tell you go and try not to live a sedentary lifestyle. So that's just it for me. That is just.
So basically, the difference between body positivity and negligence is when you start to ignore your health details. That brings me to what do we do when people are hereditarily fat and then slim tea, and then they start taking slim tea, to watch their fat? What do you think about that, Kalimi?
Okay, so
Like, does it even work?
okay. So like you rightly said, one of the reasons why somebody could become fat is that the person inherited from his family. It's in the family. Yeah. So, but when people start taking slim tea, there is no particular research or a confirmation that slim tea actually works. Although sometimes when you combine it with exercise and modification in your lifestyle and the kind of food you eat, how you eat, and when you eat, it could give you some positive results. But even if you were not to be taking slim tea and to be doing all those other things, they're going to work still. So slim tea doesn't really work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work
At all.
But then I don't see them selling it in pharmacies, actually.
I mean,
So
those pharmacists still don't know the right thing.
Truth is, on the average, at pharmacies when they stock all, they just leave it. If you notice, they just leave it in that particular area. Some other people they just take it and they say, oh no, this tea it detoxifies. It does this, it does. I like the way it tastes, and you just buy it for that reason. But no pharmacist will outrightly give you a slim tea and tell you, take, you lose weight. No.
because
No.
detoxification does not actually
Yes,
necessarily
that.
mean weight loss or
You get that,
reduction in
So
exactly.
what I gather is that those teas have other functions apart from just making it slim.
Some are laxatives and it does help you detoxify
your bowel and all that. And then I feel like it will create an illusion that you're losing weight when your
I said when you have to use the
Move your
toilet
bowel.
more often than you usually
Yes.
do, then you begin to think that I'm going to the toilet, my stomach is getting my weight.
when it actually have negative effects even more than what you're trying to achieve, negative and all that.
Okay, so there's this story that I heard about a guy who liked slim girls, yeah? And he got married to a very slim, pink woman. And then after the first and the second kid, she blew up.
Ooh.
She became like 3 times her normal size. In that scenario, Mark, how do you think he should proceed? What do you think should be his solution? Because he no longer seems attracted to her because he married 1 and he's saying 3.
I wish I could answer that question, but I can't because I'm not married. I don't know how I react. So I'll ask my friend.
You are not yet married,
But
But if you were married,
initially she was slim. That's how you
So, what if you want to now?
Imagine what would you do?
But what I'm doing, all honesty, is try to make her go to the gym. I'm going now also because because at the end of the day, being healthy is very key.
Yeah.
She got pregnant. It's not her fault. Comes with the hormones, comes with everything. And she was very, very slim of a man. Because the woman has added weight, she's not fine again. She's carrying a child for 9 months. Her body will change, hormones, everything will change. So it's always smart for a man to say, okay, baby, what can we do? We're getting big, let's go to the gym together, exercise, let's be healthy for our kids. So I'm saying that as a very good man.
No, let me make this thing more clear.
To trap me, Abby?
No, not to trap you, but to hit the nail on the head. He's only attracted to slim girls. Does that now mean that he's going to cheat on his wife with a slim girl?
Men will cheat naturally.
I know, men will not cheat naturally.
Sorry. God. Men will not cheat naturally. What I'm trying to say is that a man who will cheat will cheat. He's only looking for a good excuse.
an excuse, yeah.
to cheat. So if you're a faithful man, your wife is big, she's slim, you stay faithful. If you're a cheat, forget. Even if she's slim, you will still cheat. So everything boils down to the man and what he wants for his family. Like me, perfect guy, I won't cheat. Take care of my kids.
But you just everybody is a cheater.
Because generally,
Can I
there are
say
different
something
things.
to that?
Okay, yes,
Okay.
go ahead.
What I think really is that what picture do you have in mind? When you marry somebody, you never marry the finished product. It's a process. So meet a girl and if you like her, she's not fat, she's not slim. So what picture do you have in mind? One thing that I know that I practice is, for example, she has with JJ, guess down JJ. Now you go give her belly after you marry her, and then she has weight and you put the blame on her. That's wickedness.
Yes.
So if you've always wanted a slim girl, no, that life is not hard. When we go to the gym together, if me I am slim, I will go slimmer.
Yes.
So that I can get you. The picture you have in mind, that thing that you think that you are seeing in other girls, why don't you
Find a way to
find
get
a way
it.
to get it out to do it?
Yeah.
Because one thing I know about women is that once they see that you are pushing them towards a particular place and you are doing it alone,
Yes.
women do not reject love.
Yes.
When you do it the right way, they don't. But when you are coming and saying, wow, you don't even have me, that's
Okay, Shane, please let me quickly butt in. What about in cases of women who naturally gymming is not just their thing? They try, they put in effort, but it's not just who they are, it's hard.
It's a simple thing. When it's time for you to lose weight, if your health is in jeopardy, you have to do
No, we're not talking about
I understand what you're saying. Let me, you know,
or
for the things
being
applies to
obese.
me personally, my wife doesn't like you, let's go for her.
Exactly.
No,
She doesn't want to. No, the thing is, she well, when she was in the US, she tried it, it didn't work. So what we do now is this. So we say that so the plan is the staircase. Come up, maybe like 5 or 10 times. You can take a walk, you watch what we eat. She has a particular diet that she eats. So you understand? So you just need to understand what works for that person. Healing works for everybody. If you are ready to
Exactly.
But once you get to the point where you understand that that's my body no go that place, and you really want to do it, look for what works for you. And funny enough, I know somebody who doesn't go to the gym. We're just having a conversation where he said that stays in a 3-story building. She climbs the stairs up and down. And then what I used to do then was I would 5:30 a.m. I wake up, my area just drop. Once I started going around 5:30 to 6, I'll be looking back and hey, there's somebody following me. So when she said that, I just realized I said it's to be. So I started jogging. I do like 10, 15 times.
That's even more than you need.
That's like 10, 15. Oh, that's more. All right.
That's
10,
normal.
15 times. So it works. Just find what works.
Exactly.
And be willing to work on it. So all you need is just to be willing to work on things, to be better, to be healthy, and to try as much as possible to not only be healthy on your own, but make your partner also be healthy by not just by gymming, encouraging good life choices, good diet.
Also try not to be ashamed of your partner.
But
Do not
yeah,
be
be
But you anybody,
Be
Yeah.
sensitive.
anybody,
Yes, but most likely most
nobody should dare to be body shamed.
Yes. Try your partner.
Everybody.
Alright,
Everybody.
Yes, we
Because
should
if you
all
do
have to
for
be
other
sensitive
people,
with our
you
words.
do.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be sensitive with our wordings. If you need to tell somebody they are losing weight, be sensitive with your words. And you just need to stay healthy. And now we're going to go to our favorite part of the show where we debunk a medical myth.
Today, some people say I'm not fat, I'm big boned. Like my bones are big, as you can see. I have big bones. So today we're going to be talking about that. Is it a myth? Is it a fact? Is it truth? Or is it actually reality? So we once again talk to our in-house medical doctor to ask her, is there really something called big bones?
Okay, so when somebody says I'm big boned, I don't know exactly what they mean, but I feel that what they mean,
their skeleton.
their skeleton.
Like, all of us, like my own skeleton now is slim.
Okay.
Our skeleton is big.
Okay, not necessarily. So almost everybody, like 99% of everybody, all individuals have the same body bone architecture. So the only thing that could be different maybe the density of the bone, how much heavier than another person's bone it is. But basically it's just the fat and the muscle bulk that could really make somebody else, bigger, much bigger than another person. But you can't really say that,
So our
you have
skeleton is the same,
bone.
is what you are saying.
Yeah.
So
Our
basically,
skeleton
no
is the
big
same.
bone.
The architecture is the same. You just said
Yeah,
the
the
architecture
architecture, yes, yes.
Alright, so basically you are not big boned. It's just your architecture. That is different. So with that, we've come to the end of the show today. I hope you all had a swell time like we did. It was such a very, very sweet topic. And from me, Elrapo, and from my co-host,
Carefully.
we say thank you for today, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, take me back to the start.